videos.
I know, there's a lot I have to delete now.
Oh. Upcoming. This says it's upcoming. I'm waiting with bated for the stream to even start. Okay.
The one. This is this.
Okay. Tales of loss and fire and faith. This was the real calamity.
Of streaming.
Figuring out YouTube broadcasts. Hold on, I'm gonna go on mute.
Okay. Oh boy. Hopefully, this is also not freeze framing. Oh, Kate, I see you. We've done it. You defeated the real evil.
Nope.
Just for clarification,
Oops,
Kate, you can hear both of us?
I mean, based on my own phone, I'm hearing both of us, so... Last time was... I don't know, I was having too many glitches in the Matrix to figure it out. Alright.
Alright, perfect.
Alright,
so... yeah, as what we were saying, a lot has happened the past couple of months. Both Zoo and I, got PS5, so as you can see by our technical difficulties, we are now figuring how the PS5 works since we were both on the PS4.
We don't know how to use... We don't know how to use new technology. Look, it took... apparently it sets you to mute automatically. I do not know why that's a feature. It should not be a feature, but, you know, we got it. It's good. It's all good now.
We're good.
Fine.
On much, you know, happier notes, we lost a friend here in Fort. Good old Hachi with the good old shield.
The last time on Final Fantasy XIV, Heavensward, we did the vault, which is notoriously the saddest part of this game. I believe I got through Hachiefant dying just fine, and then the moment we had to go talk to Lord Edmond, I started bawling. So, I think we're mostly out of the... I'm not gonna cry on national YouTube. Well, now it's nighttime in Yashgar. So,
I mean...
what's going on? Why are you looking at me?
Oh, I'm like, you sure you're not gonna cry? You sure?
No, Ziyaya doesn't cry. Not for anything. Okay, the only time Ziyaya cries is when she loses money at the Gold Saucer, but...
Or when she stubs her toe in the garden and only cries for like 20 minutes, which is not, it's not sad tears.
Ziyaya doesn't cry. She doesn't care about people. She certainly doesn't care about any of these Ishgars. She's from Ul'dah. She doesn't care about politics.
She secretly loves them.
She didn't excuse herself to the bathroom about 4 minutes ago to go have a cry about Hachiefant. That did not happen. And if anybody says that they saw her, she's going to deny it.
And also they'll be fired forward.
Yeah, exactly. So, I believe what we're about to do next is we have to go after the fuckers who killed Hachiefant.
AKA Americ's daddy.
Amber gave us the green light to be like, please go kill my dad. Like, he just is like, please do this. Please. Like, this has gone on long enough.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll start off with Tataru on a great note, right?
Oh, am I Tataru? God, what's my Tataru voice? Oh, it's just I think she already said this in the last stream, because this was actually me, just like, I'm sorry, I can't.
Okay, Alfino, alright. The sins of antiquity. Alfino is lost in thought. Yeah, that's usually right.
For once, Alfino doesn't. Most of this game is like, Alfino has something to say, and now it's like, Alfino doesn't know what to say anymore. Okay. We must press on with our mission. Tataru, pray return to your duties at the Forgotten Night. I probably need some tissue paper, but let us go and speak with Sir Aymeric, Larx, and Zuyaya. I worry for his well-being. He was just in Inquisitor jail in considerable amount of pain. They probably dislocated his shoulder. I don't know what that's like, but
he's gonna need someone to help him that. Oh.
I like that.
I think I need to help him.
Aymeric immediately returned to his workplace? Okay, that's where we're going now.
He's like, I need to go back to work. I need to forget about all this. Hey, the audience with the Lord Commander. Yes, he's also not doing well. Even this
guy's been crying. He's like, Hoshifant's dead. We all had a fan club.
Oh, hi,
yeah,
Estinian.
I forgot. Estinian's red because he's covered in blood. Like, you probably need to do something.
You gotta clean that up yet?
Look, in his defense, a lot has happened, and he has no time.
He's also lost one horn to specific things.
He's one less horny.
Let's see what you have to say.
Okay, so let's see. I'm the hot people, right? Lucia and Aymeric, and you get to be the nerds. Or no,
yeah,
I'm also
something like that.
I just call myself a nerd.
Nerd.
Okay.
Let's see what Stinia has to say. Curse those bloody whoresons and piss on their swimming round table.
He's taking the Hajjafal thing.
It could be an oval.
He's taking it well.
It could be an oval table. What Alf, you know?
He's like, yeah.
That's about
Alfino's like, this wasn't covered in my college courses.
What's up, Lucia? I'm sure you're gonna give something great to this.
Sorry, Aymeric. I
wonder if, like, Estinian's like, I wonder if Estinian's not talking about Archbishop. He's like, curse these dumbasses.
Like, pretty much only Estinian has, like, he's like, I don't know how to process this other than through anger, so I'm gonna sit over here and swear for a really long time and just imagine, you know, killing all of the Heavensward, if that's fine. None of y'all people in this room are coping well, are you? Okay.
No.
Alright, good. Good to know. Nobody's coping well.
My friends.
Did we get voice acting budget?
Yep, looks like it.
Oh.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust. Some wounds do not heal.
Oh, shroom time.
Oh. In case we needed a recap of what we didn't see.
The founding. The scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man.
Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it.
He sounds really angry.
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it. The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his Knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatoskr, that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hreysvelgr did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thordan's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us. I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all too fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well? Thorin's betrayal of Ratatoskr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment? Nay, say I. I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country. And what would you say to them? What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught? Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity, and bring about the change you so fervently desire. If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him. Thoroughly.
Your Eminence.
You saw something, did you not? A vision of the past?
So this is the power of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past. 'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I have given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heavensward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
Aye, the manner in which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Haurchefant was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls. 7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Are the Heavensward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable.
As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heavensward and stop my father before it is too late.
And now I lost my voice.
Hold on, my cousin is still catching up. He's like, oh, we lost budget. Okay. Master Shallow, Miss Zuya, I, Amric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, do whatever it is the Archbishop intends. I'm writing you a piece of paper that I gave Estinian once long ago. It says, I do what I want on it. I'm issuing one to both of you.
Oh, what will you say?
You know what Ziyaya says? She just says the nothing answer.
Large was a life for death. I will have Sir Zephyr's heart for what he did to Haurchefant. I'm angry.
Vengeance! I'm gonna choose that one. Yes. Yes, of course. You two were close, I know. I hear you shared a bedchamber? He had lots of stories. Alfio's like, anyways,
no more sexy times.
Much has changed since our order's founding. but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. If the Archbishop and the Heavensward are guilty of the crime of summoning, then Lark, Zuriaya, and I will stop them. No Estinian. Would that I could join you in the pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. It's like we don't have one anymore now, and that's a big deal. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an archbishop to serve as a guiding light for the masses, a force for stability to counterbalance the High House's ceaseless maneuvering. That's putting it politely. Convincing the people to recognize the truth of our origins would have been difficult even without my father, or even with my father's support. The road ahead is much more fraught with peril without it. Yet, walk it we must, for unity is more vital to our survival than ever. After all, Nidhogg's death did not mark the cessation of the Dravanian hostilities. Far from it. We will have great need of each other in the days to come.
You may ever count on my lance, Sir Aymeric. To my dying breath, I shall defend Ishgard from the Horde.
If I may, Lord Commander, I would like to assist the Scions in their search for the Archbishop. Zuriaya, Larks, Master Alfino, pray attend me outside. Americ's like, okay, I'll sit in my office. Just be here.
I'm just gonna sit here in pain.
With my dislocated shoulder or whatever. Well, very well. With me, both of you. I believe we have much to discuss. Like, how cool you're gonna be when you take down this primal. Here's some thanks. Okay, now we got the go-ahead of please kill my father. He's like,
even though we let Aymeric and Estinian in the room by themselves.
We all know what they're doing. They're saying they're goodbye.
Estinian's giving him a massage gun.
This is where the hurt comfort AU comes in. Anyway.
What up, Alfie?
Where could they be headed? And what does Ozzy's Law have to do with it? I've never heard of that word.
It's short for Ozzy's Law, these nuts.
Got him. Alfino's like, I still don't understand. What is it? What is nuts? I like roasted walnuts.
He's calling him my son.
Lucia
yeah.
appears to have...
Yeah, he did call him his son, but I kind of feel like that was, when he was saying it, I feel like that was more of like a manipulation on him by saying something that he's wanting.
Well, yeah. It's like, I'm not sure how it differs from the Japanese version, because he's a little bit more ambiguous. But yeah, he is calling him his son because he's just kind of like, why can't you be more like me, Aymeric? Why can't you be more like your flesh and blood? It was just all a guilt trip. It was one giant guilt trip.
Mm-hmm.
But, he's also a holy figure, so, you know, they call their flock my son, my daughter, you know, kind of thing, too. But, yes, he was definitely being like, here's the thing you wanted all your life, Aymeric. To be my son, and Americ's like, I don't want it. Don't want it.
He's like, then die.
Then he's like, okay, into jail you go. So,
Dad of the year mug. Let's see. In search of the soiree, Lucy appears to have something to say.
She's like, I heard about your D's nuts jokes. It was really, I rate it 3 out of 10.
Your nuts are inferior.
The Soleil was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance the airship passed by. Turns out it actually didn't go there, so out of luck. Never mind. Sure enough, Lady Lionette informed me that it had been sighted by her scouts. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds. How convenient that we can aetherite teleport there. Or was, not long ago. The airship has not been seen since it's disappeared into the northern reaches near the Blue Window. It is an airship. It travels really fast, guys. Alas, because the region is firmly held by the Vanu Vanu and not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, House Holinar has yet to establish a foothold. We will not only need an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's wrath. It's almost like we need somebody who's really good at flying airships into primal-laden areas.
Yeah, that's never happened before. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't remember a time where we had a airship person who went into Garuda's lair and was able to fly really proficiently. And
Yeah,
Alfie's like, what?
You dreamt that.
Alfie's like, but wait, I know. I think we all know the perfect candidate. Right, Suyai? And Suyai's like, no, we're not doing this. Let us pay a visit to Master Garland at the Skysteel Manufactory.
That's when Zuya started crying.
Suyai's like, oh, we're inviting the circus in, guys. I see. And I will take my leave for now, because I know nothing about airships, nor anything about the wind. I only know about stabbing things and protecting Amric from his own stupidity. So, there are other matters which require my attention. The fact that both Fastidian and Amric have not come out of that office, and we've been here a long time. I need to make sure they are being good Catholics.
I like my version of Thornton better, the one where he's just really old and kind of hard of hearing. Can you imagine that scene with Thornton and Amric, but after Amric's speech, Thornton just says, eh? What? What? Why are they selling?
We cannot have all of our society live out a lie.
What? What are they selling? They're selling chocolate!
Zephyr's like, they're selling chocolates, and Amric's like, that's not, Zephyrin, that's not what I'm saying, and Zephyr's like, that's it, absolutely.
I remember when they invented chocolate. Sweet chocolate. I've always hated it! Get him out of here! Throw him in the jail.
That's how it went down. Amric was thrown in jail because of chocolate. We're about to ruin Sid's day. We're about to make his life worse. Hi, Stefanovan. I see you still haven't changed your eyeshadow. Okay. Dastardly duo, or should I say trio. I see you over there in the corner, Ziyaya. You can't hide from me. I know you don't want to be associated with me. Yeah. What mischief have you guys been getting up to lately? You don't ever come to me for good reasons.
Her friend died.
Well, you haven't heard, have you? I hardly know where to start. Hoshifant died! It's like, whoa, back it up a bit.
Who? I've never heard of this man before. Oh.
He was a good man.
Question mark?
For the 5 minutes that I knew him. I knew him for 5 minutes. Sid, have you ever heard of Ozzy's Law? The Archbishop spoke of it before he fled. No, but it's probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power that's key to his plans. I've read enough books to know where this goes. From what he told the two of you, the Ascians tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaius with the Ultima weapon. And if he spoke true about playing along, I can see him attempting to seize it. As if we needed another reason to pursue him. Well, I'm convinced from this 2-minute conversation. Because I'm just this kind of guy. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart. Airship. Alfio's like, I see he still has that trauma response. Okay.
Where?
It's just... He's just sitting here like, my life. It's just as well. After pulling you out of the fire these last few times, I reckoned I was due to deliver you into it. He's just like, I should never have a moment of peace.
They're like, what did he say? Alvio's like, oh, is that about chocolate?
It's like, we gotta give it to him. When have we ever approached Sid in which we're not asking him to do some batshit insane thing and he's just like, okay, well,
thank God I did. I thank God I got my smoke in.
He's like, I had my smoke break 5 minutes ago. I think I'm good to go now.
Into the blue. Alfino must see the one last thing before he departs.
One more thing. Into the fire it is. In that case, I should inform Tataru of our plans. She didn't immediately go to the Forgotten Night after our conversation, did she?
She's like, I got some Jello shots.
She's like, I'm so upset. I'm going to the bar. God, we're turning Tataru into an alcoholic. She's not like that.
It's like there's some belly buttons that need some alcohol in.
She's fun wine aunt, you know, like... Oh, pray go on ahead to the airship landing. I shall join you anon. Airship.
Wearingburg.
Bye, Stefanovan. Do those still exist? It's been so long.
Wearingburg?
Wearingburg.
I don't think so.
That was most of my childhood going to those theaters.
Ah.
I think that's strictly a Midwest joke, too. There's none of that down south.
Oh, I was like, where am I supposed to be? I turned my camera around the other way.
Hey, looky here.
Let's see. Well, Biggs. I, heard about your husband, Archifont. Sorry for your lost lark, Senzu.
See, I was like, you got married? just a rumor that ended up, and they're like, well, that's what happened. Oh, now for a wedge. Good to see you again, both of you. It'll be a pleasure to have you aboard the Enterprise again. I won't cry this time.
Tataru! Will always live in my head rent-free.
The boys have been hard at work preparing for our flight, and I'm pleased to say we are ready to depart. It only took us 5 seconds, because we flipped the on switch. That is, as soon as a certain... the tiny boy is here. He's like, I will ignore that comment. Pray forgive my lateness. Tataru and I had much to discuss. I think you guys were only discussing for 2 minutes? We still have no news of the missing scions, but she assures me that Urianger and Riol are pursuing promising leads.
Because we could trust Urianger right now.
Like, if we flip back to Urianger, it's just him and Riol having, like, a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dueling match. Like...
Urianger's like, I play Kalibo in attack mode. And Riol's like, bruh, I have 3 blue eyes.
They're hard at work finding the scions, and they're like doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Matches. Well, come. We can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise. We're not the only ones who can slack off. We can play card games.
We're not the only ones that play Yu-Gi-Oh! You know.
Sid has a trap card deck.
Wedge has like a bunch of random cards.
Like, Wedge doesn't know how to play, he just collected the cards that look pretty.
He's like, I just think they're really neat.
He has a trap card deck knowing that it will specifically piss Nero off if they ever had him duel.
Mirror Force! Mirror Force! Mirror Force!
Nero's like, if you play Mirror Force one more damn time...
It's like, sorry, torrential tribute. You're like, ah! Trap hole. God damn it.
To this day, he hasn't won a single Yu-Gi-Oh! Match against Garland. That's why he's
they
so
never got
angry.
past turn 2.
Oh, the others are waiting for you above the Enterprise. Shall we get going? You have your Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, right? This is going to be a matched thing. Are we gonna have another weird Sid in his goggles?
Wedge screams out, my cards! They're falling out!
Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted. In search of a mysterious land known as Azizlar, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets.
Thank you.
Oblivious to the new threat which followed in their wake, they came.
Thank you for your narration, Lord Edmond. Do you think, like, I know, like, we're only listening to parts of the Book of Heavensward, but do you think, like, he narrated the parts where we're like, and then they spent 2 days fishing in a watering hole out in Western Coerthus, and everybody who's reading the book is like, did he?
Even though they went in search for the Archbishop, they found a puddle of fish, and then they came.
They had to do some cloud fishing first, and then they decided to disembark. So.
Hi, Sid.
What are you staring at, Sid? We'll keep the Enterprise here for now. There are so many bugs on the windshield now, you can't even believe. But if you need to head back up to Ishgard, you can use that standard to signal for an Ironworks airship. Don't worry, we've charted a route safe enough for others to fly, unless that Primal shows up. But what are the odds of that, huh? It won't come here.
You know what's awful? I actually forgot about the fucking whale.
No, even Amric did, because Amric's sitting in his office and he's just like, wait a minute. Wait, I was supposed to remember I was supposed to remember the whale!
Why isn't anyone notified of this? Where's the pigeon?
We're all sitting here like, you mean the Primal Thornton, right? And Sid's like, no, you remember the whale? No? Am I the only one who remembered the whale? Okay.
Ah, the Enterprise is ready to fly at a moment's notice. Just come running if you run foul of something you can't handle, or if you find Wedge's Yu-Gi-Oh cards that fell out of the side.
I thought those are lost for good, my dude.
Say goodbye to Exodia!
He had Exodia, the entire Exodia, and now it's lost in the clouds.
It's lost in the clouds.
We'll stay in touch with your Temple Knight friend, don't you worry. What Temple Knight friend? Are you talking?
I think Lucia.
He's talking about Lucia. Lucia's off going to find his cards right now, because she's that nice. From here, Camp Cloudtop looks rather far. Be on your guard, both of you. The Vanu could be anywhere, and even watching us as we speak. In fact, I believe that's what they're doing right now. But here's some thanks.
Familiar faces. Alfino has a mind to start searching the blue window. Not the purple window or the green window, the blue window.
I was gonna be like, all around me are familiar faces. We're having a good time. Heavensward's a fun game. We're not depressed. Assuming the Soleil is here, I doubt she will come to us. Unless we're really that lucky. But we should begin to search for the Isles in earnest. Of course, we must remain vigilant for the Vanu scouts as well. I'd rather avoid needless bloodshed. I don't like getting it on my healer robes. Okay.
Sure.
So now we're on the upper part of the Sea of Clouds. And, this is technically owned by the Vanu territory. And Ishgard's not allowed up here, but we're just gonna walk around. What you doing, Alfino? You know, if somebody kicked you from behind, that's a long way to go.
I'm glad it's the first thing you're thinking of.
God, look at them. So many aisles. So many places to hide. No, we must not lose hope. He is out there, and we will find him. Even if I have to use my Batman signal.
Stand lookout.
So I guess we have to do...
Couple derps just looking out. You search the skies for the Soleil, but see nothing resembling the mentioned airship. Stand lookout. Farther to the north!
Larks is like, well, looks like we're just gonna look in the other direction. Maybe we'll see something. Oh wait, that looks like something we have to leave, because that is
Oh, you're right. I didn't even notice there was a schling.
Yeah, that's a special thing. You're about to enter a duty. And so the guy's like, what? What? Does this mean we're gonna be attacked? Mayhap this effort was doomed to failure. I mean, it's the entire sky we're looking through.
Berg's Mercy of Netherlands does not fight, does not wish to die.
Was that a Vanu being attacked? But by whom? Maybe it's the bad guys we're looking for. Over there. Imperial troops? What the fuck is Garlemald doing
excuse
here?
me? Why? What? Oh,
Ishgardians! Seize them! They'll know where the Archbishop is.
What?
The Archbishop needs to answer to Garlemald. Well, the enemy of my enemy. We have no choice. With me, protect the Vanu. And protect me.
Mostly me.
Mostly me, because I'm going to be really hard to protect here. Lord Von Hydrus wants them alive.
Lord Van Hydrus!
Regula Von Hydrus?
Regula. I think it's Regula.
Oh, Regula.
Regula.
Rigatoni?
Mozzarella?
Oh yeah, that's what that is. Are they all named after cheese?
Gaius the Sharp Cheddar. Olivia. the Asiag.
There are the 6. This is a lot of Hoplomachus. Oh, I need to probably take down the healer that's healing everybody. We came up here to battle the Archbishop, and we got the Empire.
Well, excuse you, helicopter thing. Quest complete. Well, that was random. Hey, Alfie.
Alfie was like, did you see that? He's like, I summoned a Ruby Carbuncle. What did you do?
I survived.
So we lived to fight another day. I am very grateful I didn't die in that fight.
Is that blood on my boot? Netherlings save Lanu Vanu from certain death. Showers Netherlings with thanks like summer's squall. Lanu Vanu knows not what wind bears Netherlings to cloud sea, but warmly welcomes them, shows gratitude where gratitude is due. My thanks!
Here's some thanks. All my money was stolen by Imperials. And so I was like, of course. Of course it was. Yeah, sure, why not?
Devourer of worlds. Lanu Vanu would like very much for you to enjoy the hospitality of his village. Like a lot.
Please. So I was like, wait a minute, you're telling me there's food? That might actually help.
We have a lot of bird eggs. Lanu Vanu owes much and more to Netherlings. As saviors, as heroes, Zundu welcome you. To village we go, to north. Come to OK Zundu.
Okay, Zundu. So the Garleans were searching for the Archbishop, and we're searching for the Archbishop. Wait, well, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, they believe that the Vanu knew something about his whereabouts. Methods notwithstanding, they may have the right of it. I conclude that we should accept Vanu's offer of hospitality and visit his village. It's like, the plot thickens! Everybody's after this bitch!
Now they're after these birds.
Yeah. They think the birds. Are the birds looking for Archbishop? Like,
we're looking for him too.
The Archbishop.
He told me he had Exodia.
Nuts. Oh my god, it's all because of one Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Everyone's after Wedge's Exodia.
Wedge's Exodia is now in the hands of the Archbishop. This got even more high stakes.
Archbishop's like, I just need 3 more pieces of Exodia.
I see an Aetheryte in the distance. I think that's one of the more unique looking Aetherytes.
That's a big Aetheryte.
It's fat. It's thick. Thick Aetheryte.
I should probably call him.
It's the Aetheryte?
Yes. Alfino!
Alfino's like, I don't know what you guys talk about most of the time. I want to believe Vanu's sincere in his intentions. Nevertheless, keep your eyes open. I don't want another Ifrit situation. So you guys like, he get captured by, Amalja one time.
Like breeze, guys, leaves to rest. Come and lay down your burdens, netherlings. Vanu throws wide arms in greetings. Behold, OK Zundu.
Alfino's like, is that how it's pronounced? Okay. Oh, it's just okay. Okay, Zundu. A far warmer welcome than the one you received from the Vundu, I think.
Ha! Vundu bluster and blow hither and yon, sound and fury like aimless gale. What unseen lightning begets such thunderous report?
There you are! Did you see that? It's not the cats are blowing up this time, it's something else. It's that damned flying whale again! The Imperials are after it!
Of course they are!
Where? Bitch, where?
Yeah, that's literally what Alfino said. The white? Hey everybody, it's me, Bismarck.
It's like it was probably too much of me to think that he wouldn't show up, right? He's wounded. What did the Garleads do to it? Jeez.
Oh god, I'm wounded and I'm angry, I'm gonna eat that.
I was like, holy shit! But by the 12, did the beast just eat the island?
I should probably call him.
I'm gonna call him. Hey Bismarck, are you free on Friday?
Oh, insatiable white. Oh, devourer of worlds. Why must you torment us? Bah! Vanu wastes no more words on his unfathomable deeds. Come, netherlings. Come and break words with Chief of Zundu.
Okay.
They all just like stand there, they're just like, what? What did he just say to us?
I like that we came here to stop Thornton from becoming a primal, only to have another primal show up in our way. It was our own fault though, everybody dropped the ball. They're like, oh yeah, there was a flying whale out there and we just sorta... We forgot about that whole deal.
We don't have Minchilly and them to direct us on the right area.
Yeah.
This is like toddlers like on their own.
We're just wondering, like, we're no longer organized anymore. We're just kind of winging it. It'll take a lot more than Imperial cannons to bring that beast down. I don't know, Sid, did you see the entire cast room? Because I did. When you described it as a flying feathered whale, well, I naturally assumed you had taken some liberties.
Wow.
Nobody believed us! Even Averick was like, flying
after
whale,
everything
okay.
we went through in Realm Reborn, they did not believe flying whale.
The Warrior Blade and Hachiefant showed up and they're like, flying whale, there's a flying whale out there, and they're like, okay, let's get you to bed.
With wisdom deep as nethers and eyes clear as cloudless blue, Sanu Vanu speaks for Zundu. Hearken to his words.
Alright.
Sure.
I will listen. Oh, he's got a fancy horn hat. This is why he's important. I don't care about anything else.
Netherlings, deliver Lanu Vanu from claws of steel-shod fiends, and prove nobility. He knows not to ignore Zephyr winds, and brings before you with all haste.
Soft rains to soothe the heart, and sunshine to warm. Gratitude of Sanu, chief of Zundu, is boundless. Do you like my horns? Yes, we love your horns. That's amazing.
I love them. Can I rub one of them?
Yeah. We are honored to meet you, Chief Sanu. I am Alfino Levier, and these are my companions, Zuyaya Zuya and Lark Shadow. And that's Sid over there. He's trying not to have a traumatic episode.
Airship.
It's just kind of like airship. He has a lot of triggers, so be careful with him.
Rebooting.
We have come in search of an airship. Airship!
Air!
He's like, yeah, okay. It's a flying vessel of the Nethers, which we believe is somewhere in the Cloud Sea. Like to black steel shod contraption from which you saved Lonu Vanu. Alas, no. The ship that belongs to the Garlean Empire, an old enemy of ours, though not the enemy we're looking for at present. I know, we have a lot of people who hate us. Just bear with us. The men we seek wear armor of the purest white, and are led by an older man in white robes.
Wait. Lanu Vanu here tell of these Netherlings.
You do? Are you certain?
Well, now that you put me on the spot, no.
As sun rises and falls and returns, we are. Zundu scouts can testify to words of Lonu Vanu.
Aye. Winds carry purpose of Netherlings to our ears as well. Netherlings seek key to Aziz Ladi's nuts.
Seems like everybody's after the same thing. Now we're getting somewhere. Tell us, Chief Sanu, what exactly is this Aziz La? Beware, Netherling, for blackest clouds portends greatest danger. Look not into the heart of tempest. There lies ancient birthplace of sin, home of forbidden secrets. To speak more is to call the wind.
But the white devours isle where key is kept. Deep within bowels of mighty Bismarck, it lies beyond reach of the foolhardy. Are we doing a Kingdom Hearts segment where we just go inside the belly of a whale?
And that's beyond ours.
We could just wait for him to poop it out.
Yeah. Rejoice not in his gluttony, Lanu Vanu. As the stone gives way to water and wind, all yields to the white.
This he knows, Chief Sanu. Madness of Vundu bodes ill all for Vanu.
Here's some thanks.
I thought it was gonna be like a story time for a second, then it was like, no.
We're like sitting around, like, are you gonna elaborate? And they're like, no.
They're like,
You're
no.
like, okay. Okay.
Let's see. With every dawn, fewer and fewer remain. So great is the White's hunger. Imagine when he poops out the island. You don't want to be around for that.
As saplings bask in the warmth of the sun, so too many Netherlings partake of our hospitality.
Yay!
Thank you for being friends. Who are you?
Chief Sanu is the leader of the Zundu, strong and wise. Netherling shows proper respect and he will treat you with the gentlest of the autumn breeze.
Okay. Thank you, Sanu.
Sid, my boy.
I don't know who you are, but... Could we not just leave the key to the Forbidden Land and the island eating whale's belly? I mean, I can think of worse places to keep it. No? I thought so. It's like, but can't we just, not go on an adventure?
And it's like, nope.
Nope. Not status quo, Sid.
Black and the white. Alfino has that familiar look in his eye, which can mean only one thing.
He needs to go potty.
I have to poop!
So, Ozzy's laws hope to forbid secrets, accessible only to the bearer of a key, which the Archbishop covets. Much as I would like to believe it's safe within the belly of Bismarck, the Knights of the Heavensward wield primal powers. If we do not slay the whale and claim the key first, they surely will. Quite how we will go about it is another matter. As was the case in our battle with Leviathan, we are out of our element, and this time, we have far fewer allies to call upon. I don't know, maybe Barrowwhip could just do something for us? Be that as it may, our customary approach still holds true. We must begin by learning more about the White. Let us question the residents of the village, then regroup and share our findings anon. The good old talk to everybody around the village method.
If Netherling seeks knowledge of the White, then speak with Kunu Vali, foremost keeper of tales. But neglect not to present self with humility and respect. As sun yields to moon, and moon to sun, Netherlings must greet Kunu Vali with a bow.
Alright. Show your manners here.
Seems like this is the toughest thing I'm ever going to do. Alfino, what are you doing? You're just like standing.
He's like, I'm collecting information. I'm collecting information. And the quantity of crystals needed to sustain Bismarck would exceed that consumed by Leviathan.
That's what
He's just talking to himself. He's just talking to himself.
It's like, so Leviathan is a serpent. Bismarck is a whale.
He's a whale.
And if they're really durable, how durable am I?
Wet tissue paper.
Where is my bow?
Yeah.
Zephyr winds at your back and sunshine to warm your brow. Traveler from below, Kunu Vali, keeper of tales, hears your words and she remembers. In times long ago, in lands elsewhere, before even the clouds see, the White is one among many. Newborn, he swims beside his many brothers in seas of endless water. But hated the whale is, for his brothers are purest black. So great is their contempt, their loathing, that they turn upon him and rend his flesh asunder. What the fuck?
Wow.
You're different from us. The merciful gods raised him to the heavens, and there he is, reborn. The white still longs for the sea to which he cannot return, but in rebirth a splinter of the divine is shared, and so he opens his maw from whence come the clouds, and a new sea is born for him, for home to him alone. Content, he gazes below and sees others who are as he, hated and hunted. He weeps, and in his benevolence he raises up the isles of earth and guides these people to the cloud sea. Such is the tale of his rebirth and the salvation of the Vanu. May it never be forgotten. This demon which menaces the cloud sea, his rage is that of the Vundu, his hunger that of a wild beast. The isles are his gift to us, yet now he must consume them? Kunu Valley knows no tales like this. I forgot that was the lore about Bismarck.
That was some real shit.
Oh, Sid moved.
Alfino was kind of stuck in a thought loop, and he just came by and he's like, "You okay, buddy? I'll stand next to you." Personally, I've seen enough of that flying feathered whale already, but, you know, I promised I'd be here. So, according to the Vanu, the Sea of Clouds and the Floating Isles were gifts from Bismarck to his people. And what was that stuff about his brothers tearing him apart? I'm going to ignore that part. And these gifts which he has taken to eating, yes. Technically within his rights, I suppose, if perhaps a little ingenuous. Gods, huh? But what of you, Alfino? Did you learn anything of value? You just kind of stood here in the field saying things. Nope, I wasted my entire time. Alas, no. That is, unless you have an interest in the I can't say that word. Intricate stuff of Vanu sky fishing. Sky fishing? My gods, that's it! Alfino, my boy, I could kiss you! Except I won't.
Do it. Don't be a chicken.
Right now.
Don't be a chicken, man those locks.
From what we have observed, Bismarck is a creature of pure instinct, driven primarily by hunger. When wounded by the Imperials, it fled, but not before devouring another island to restore its strength. What I propose is this. We tow a suitably appetizing island through the Sea of Clouds, in essence, fishing for our flying whale. Once we draw Bismarck out of hiding, we shall use dragon killers to fire grapples into this beast's hide, and then reel it in close, enabling our resident Icon Slayer to engage it directly. A bold plan, Master Garland, but an exceedingly dangerous one. Should they fail to subdue the creature, they would almost certainly be eaten, along with the rest of your appetizing island. Yeah, but haven't they done crazier things? Like, I don't know, go up against Gaius' Ultima weapon with a bunch of Ascians? Ah, they won't fail. If anything does go wrong, I'll be at the helm of the Enterprise, ready to tow them out of trouble. I wouldn't entrust a task like this to anyone else. Nor I. I trust that you have no objections to my joining you as well. I want to be in the passenger seat, please. Not at all. The more the merrier. Meanwhile, the Warrior of Light's like, do I get any input on this? They're like, nope, we made a decision for you. Right then. It seems the boys and I have a lot of work to do if the Enterprise is to be ready for our fishing trip. While you two need to find me some baits. And not just any island mine. I want a mouthful at most. Wow. How do we figure out what's an appetizing looking island? How are we supposed to judge this? Like, this has lots of good rocks on it.
Anything else bright you want to say to us, Sid?
Fishing. The boys and I can handle most of the preparation, but we'll need you to secure us a suitable island. Let us know when it's done.
Oh boy.
Like, okay, just, the task of finding an entire island.
Bolt, chain, and island. Alfino loves it when a plan comes together.
I don't know how well this plan is, guys. Like, you're saying we just dangle an island and we're going to be on the island. And if this guy decides to eat, we're going to be eaten with it. Just chomp, and then we're dead.
Like, yeah, they're fine.
We don't have a plan B, guys.
We don't have most of the blessing of light right now. We only have half of it.
Yeah, Hyland doesn't speak to us anymore because the guardsimer decided that he didn't want to pay alimony anymore. Well, you heard Sid. We need an island to bait the hook. I'm glad you're so on board with this. By way of the first step, I propose we speak with Chief Sonu. If the Vundu are as concerned about Bismarck's behavior as they've given us to believe, they may well be supportive of our efforts to slay him. Okay, we're gonna walk up to these guys and be like, do you have any, like, really tasty islands? Like, do you know of any around?
They're like, what?
You want to do what? We can but ask.
Oh god.
Alright, Larks, go ask the question. The Tremont is upon us. The White feast, and the Vundu rejoice in his carnage. Hear me, Chief Sonu. This creature which torments you now is not the deity who raised up the floating isles and made a gift of them to you. He is a perversion of your beliefs given form by the Vundu, a false savior who consumes that which he should rightly safeguard. Yet it need not be this way, Chief Sonu. We have the power to strike down this impostor, but we must beg of you an island to see it done. Moats against the tempest, in vain do they struggle. Yet, who is Sonu to speak of what may be? Perhaps even the Tremont can turn into the Pont? Ponnet?
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you speaking? It's something kind of French, I'm thinking. Very well, Netherlings. When you are ready, tell Zundu scouts what manner of island you require, and they guide you to it. We shall not fail, Chief Sonu. On that you have my word. Come, let's see how Sid's preparations are progressing. We've given him 3 minutes. He should be done by now.
Oh, and he booked it too.
That is quite a while away.
Oh, yes it is.
Okay, we gotta go up.
Oh, there we go.
They moved the airship. You want Wedge first?
Sure, why not?
Are we really going to go sky fishing for a primal? That seems like a really insane plan. That took hardly any time at all. The Ironworks engineers do not disappoint. Like, they did this in 3 minutes.
Sounds like we have no time.
Our Scardian friends have furnished us with the dragon killers and our ammunition. That only took about 30 seconds, and then the rest of the time we spent, installing them. And I've taken the liberty of procuring a Magitech field generator as well. I just keep that in my breast pocket, so, that's just always on me.
He does like the Raiden Shogun, it just summons.
It just comes out of his, it's like, Sid, button up your shirt, and he's like, no, you get to see a bit of my pectorals throughout this entire
thing. What do you think this chest here is for? For display?
Sid's like, God, I just needed to show a little bit more chest, just allow me to. Rest assured, we've got chains to spare. Every link forged by the manufacturer's master craftsman, which is Stefanovan. He's a good friend of mine now.
I like chains.
You linger... Stefanovan's kind of weirdly into chains, I don't know why, but, don't question it. If you have any lingering doubts as to their strength, I know that they were originally intended to bind dragons, and were not found wanting. It pleases me to inform you that the Vanu Vanu have agreed to furnish us with an island of our choosing. And all that remains is to confirm the readiness of the poor buggers who will be actually doing the fighting. Ziyaya, and not you, Lark. Let Wedge know when your party is assembled, because I know Larks can't do it right. Larks is over there like, aw.
Oh.
Alright. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I don't like this plan. And Ziya's like, I don't like it either. Are we the only... So Ziya's just looking at... They're both Lalafell like, do you think this is a here thing? They're like, no, but Alfie knows that El's in. He's like, oh, it's a tall people thing. No, I don't like this plan. I don't like it one little bit. But I can't help but being excited all the same. So, tell me, are you ready to hunt the white whale?
Are you ready to hunt the white whale?
No, but we're already here. After you then, all aboard! I guess there's only one thing left to do.
Inspiration often finds us in surprising ways. So it was that a casual mention of sky fishing helped Sid Garland conceive a plan to lure out the Bismarck, the Lord of the Mist, by using the Enterprise to tow an island through the Sea of Clouds. Reading it out loud sounds absolutely ridiculous.
This whole thing.
After binding the beast with chains fired from dragon killers, he hopes you can engage it in the traditional fashion. Though the plan is somewhat sound in theory, there is no telling how effective it will be in practice. Even the journal's like, guys, can you guys not?
The journal's like, really? Are you sure? Okay, if you say so.
I've seen a lot of shit. This, however? Nevertheless, the engineer has seen you through many dangerous situations in the past, so at least the odds are in his favor. Even the journal's like, ooh. Oh, go ahead and cue for us.
Oh. This is probably, up until now, this is the most insane thing Warrior of Light has done.
I lost my friend.
Sure.
They're just like, I don't care anymore.
I know, we're still reeling over Hachiphant. We're like, okay, Hachiphant's dead. Might as well just do this, like, whatever.
Well, the stars are pretty out here.
I also got umbral wind. It's all green. Green and blue.
Less than 5 minutes, it says, but we'll see about that.
2 DPS? I'd say maybe 7 minutes. Though this would be a good time for me to go use the bathroom.
There you go.
Well, remember to stay hydrated while you're doing a stream, but that also means your bladder gets full.
Yeah, pretty much.
Though everyone knows, if you just wait in queue, nothing will happen, but the moment you need to get up and do something, your queue will pop. Oh.
Like that.
Oh yeah, do we have cutscenes enabled?
Thank you for reminding me.
I forgot it too. Shit, where is it? Play... There we go. Alright, I got it.
Whew. Panic diverted.
Always forget that cutscene thing.
Okay, who put their EDM music on?
It's time for, what is it, softcore? Soft synth. That's what Bismarck is, he's soft synth. You got something kinda on your back there, Bismarck.
Get ready!
Get ready, everyone!
Here it comes!
Boom.
Ouchies!
Yeah, this is a... So guys, like, this is a terrible plan. This is absolutely terrible. Oh no, that hit me. Alright, we got the island protected.
Perfect. The dragon killers are ready.
Dragon killers.
Alright, Sid, we're gonna go jump on the whale.
I like that Warrior of Light's like, I know to attack this one specific part of the whale. Like, don't ask me how, I just know. Like, nobody gave us, like, a manual, like, this is how you beat up a whale. Like, Warrior of Light's like, I just have to wing it, like...
What in the 7 hell was that? The fuck is going on like, back there, guys?
This was your plan, Sid. You said, let's fight the whale on an island drifting out. Like, are you serious? Just hooked up like a boat to a pickup truck. This is their ship.
You know.
Incoming tornado. Oh, there he is.
I detect a huge increase in... Oh god! Brace yourselves! This is like Sid's like panic attack moment in this game.
He has to fly the entire island with us on top of it.
Oop, by the changing colors.
Oh, fine. We're making some check. That stupid tornado I always gotta worry about. Throws you up in the air. Alright, we lost the generator, so we just gotta survive. Hi, Bismarck!
Damn it! We've lost the generator!
And there we go, we've found Sid Garland's most quested thing.
Oh, I'm in the AoE.
We don't need to hear anything from Sid from this point out.
Ooh, that was close.
I think that's only devastating if you're like on the edge somewhere. I've seen so many people die because they're like kissing the edge and that thing.
So Bismarck changes the weather. So right now it's thunder, so make sure you're not around people and make sure not by the vapor bubbles when it goes off. So I don't think this mechanic...
Vapor bubbles, so...
Plus I don't think this mechanic matters anymore.
Well, like in EX it's troubling, but... And that's only back in the day where we couldn't like unsync it.
True.
Nowadays, like, it doesn't matter.
Sorry.
Stickers in him.
There you go, Sid. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Sid was like, this is a great plan until all of his PTSD started kicking in. He's like, no! I like that we didn't have to fish it out of his belly, it just conveniently plops in front of us.
Oh.
Oh, now it's heartburn.
Indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Huh.
Green.
Warrior, light, beloved.
Ma.
Maiden, all maiden. Hearken. Receive blessing, once more.
Uh-oh, I'm hitting quality issues. Oh no, it's not showing the stream.
Oh no, we have... We've got an issue.
So falls the Lord of Mists, as did all others before.
Right at this part, okay.
Yeah.
Let me...
It's like Heidelin had connection issues, and so did you.
Give me 1 second.